Once upon a time, there were two souls, bound together by a love so pure that nothing seemed capable of breaking them apart. Their names were Sam and Lily. They had grown up together, shared their dreams, laughed at the silliest jokes, and held each other through every storm life threw their way. To them, the world was bright, and their love made it even brighter. Every day was a celebration of their bond, a reminder of how deeply they cherished one another. But life has a way of testing even the most perfect of love stories. One day, out of nowhere, Lily began feeling unwell. She had been unusually tired, and there was a persistent pain in her chest that she couldn't shake off. What seemed like a passing illness quickly turned into something much more terrifying. After a few tests and long, agonizing days of waiting, the doctors confirmed their worst fear. Lily had cancer. The words felt like a knife to Sam's heart, but he refused to let her see his fear. They fought together, like warriors, facing the relentless battle with all the strength they could muster. Sam held her hand every single day, never leaving her side. He whispered words of encouragement, wiped away her tears, and reminded her of the love that surrounded them. They spent sleepless nights talking about the future, their dreams, and the life they still had to live, hoping against hope that this would be just another obstacle in their story. Through every round of chemotherapy, every harsh treatment, Lily remained strong, though the cancer was slowly stealing the light from her eyes. Sam stayed beside her, his heart breaking with each passing day as he watched the love of his life slip away from him, despite all their efforts. He couldn't understand why this was happening, why their love, which felt so invincible, was being torn apart by something so cruel. But through the pain, Lily never lost her beautiful spirit. She would smile at Sam, holding on to the belief that they had to keep fighting. They promised each other they would never give up, that no matter what happened, they would stay together. Sam stayed strong for her, though every piece of him was shattering inside. Then, one evening, as the sky outside turned a soft shade of pink and the room was filled with the silence of their shared sadness, Lily's time came. Her body, so full of life just a few months ago, had become frail and weak. But her heart, still as strong as ever, held on to her final wish. She looked at Sam, tears streaming down her face, and with her last breath, she asked him to promise her something that broke his heart into a million pieces. "Sam, promise me," she whispered, struggling for breath. "Promise me you'll live. Promise me you'll move on after I'm gone. You have to live for both of us. I'll always be with you, in your heart. Don't let my death stop you from living, from loving. I don't want you to be alone. Promise me, Sam." Sam couldn't find the words, couldn't make sense of the pain that crushed him. But he nodded, his tears falling like rain, knowing deep down that this was the final request of the love of his life. He promised her. He promised that he would try, that he would live on for her. His world, once so full of light, now felt like an empty void. But for her, he would find a way to keep going. Lily's hand slipped from his grasp, her breath fading into silence, leaving Sam with only the memory of her smile, her voice, and the overwhelming love that they had shared. The days that followed were dark. Sam couldn't bear the weight of her absence. The world felt cruel and empty, and every corner reminded him of her laughter, her touch, the way she would always call him her everything. But despite the broken pieces of his heart, Sam kept his promise. He tried. It wasn't easy, and it never would be. There were days when the grief felt unbearable, and he didn't know how to live in a world where she wasn't there. But over time, he learned that she had never truly left. He could still feel her love surrounding him, in the whispers of the wind, in the sunlight that warmed his skin, in the songs they had once shared. She was with him in every step, reminding him to live fully, to embrace life, and to keep moving forward as she had asked. And so, Sam carried on, not because it was easy, but because it was what she had wanted. He honored her memory, holding on to her love as his guide. He knew that though she was gone from this world, she would forever remain in his heart, a love that no cancer, no time, and no distance could ever take away. Sam lived for both of them, with her love always by his side, a silent promise that death could never break. And though the pain would never completely fade, he learned to find joy in the small moments, because that's what she would have wanted.